Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now, I want to talk to you about this here. Got this question. Somebody posed this question, and y'all forgive me. Let me get my light turned on. I posed this question, and this is something, of course, that as a life and relationship coach, this obviously bothers me. It happens every day though, and it happens so much now that you can't really say nothing about it without stepping on toes or offending people, but it is a reality of our world. And if you're not a mother yet, then this is really for you, really for you. And before we jump in, remember, click the link in the description where it says invest in the future revenue of the channel, my YouTube channel, and see how many days we got left. Check that out. If it's for you, join us. You'll be joining me, be one of my partners. When I get paid, you get paid. And they have the different amounts that you can sign up for. But remember, it's split over, about 1,000 people, I think. So understand that when you getting into it, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's you are participating in the possible future earnings of the channel. So every month, YouTube pays out. If my videos going up, got the advertisements you see, that's how the channel earns money. So you would be purchasing, investing into that. So join us and would love to have you. Back to the scheduled topic. Now, this is something somebody sent a question in, and I'm gonna see if I could find it on here. Okay, because I had saved it. No, that's a new one. So I got another video to do on that one. Let me see. Random topic. This from Miss Houston Lovely. Random topic and not my situation, but can you talk about why a man may want a woman as a baby mama and not as a wife? I think you touched it a bit in a previous recent video, but like when the game said some guys see a baddie and think I want to get her pregnant. Why would a man think like that, but not wife her? Good enough for a mother, but not a wife. And this is the most confusing thing in the world to me. It makes absolutely no sense, but this proves demonic delusion. Like, and I just made that little slogan up, but this proves that the devil is real, that evil spirits are real, and that confusion of the brain. Because think about it. If you marry a woman, you can divorce her. So, yes, you can't divorce her by the Bible, but if you're okay with fornication, you're not living by the Bible, anyways. But if you marry a woman, you can have her sign a prenup. So you can't say as a man that you don't want to marry her because you don't want to go through a divorce and lose half. They got prenups for that. So you can have her sign a prenup, marry her, have a baby by her, and be there and be present in the house with your child. And if things don't work out, you can go through a divorce and you got a prenup. But now when you look at this, it's like, what is going on out here to where now it's becoming a standard thing to have a baby without being married, to where now it's becoming a choice instead of a mistake. And that should not be. And so I'm going to tell you, this is not going to stop because men are dumb. Like, a lot of men are dumb. So it's not going to be like, oh, men, y'all shouldn't do this. And then it's just automatically, magically stop happening. No, it's always going to be men who are okay with this type of setup, okay with this situation. That's always going to be a thing. So what you have to realize and understand is you got to be able to take and look at yourself as a woman and realize that it's your body, your choice. So what that means is you get to choose. You get to choose what you want to do. You get to choose if you want to sleep with this man unprotected. And so you got to take and look and you got to say, hey, let me keep myself for me. And so, and if you're going to sleep with a man, do not sleep with the man unprotected. Like, you can't be like, oh, I slipped up. No. Like, listen, you shouldn't be having no in the moment sex anyways. If you gonna sleep with a man, that need to be planned. Like, y'all need to know, hey, Wednesday night, we knocking the boots. You don't need no spontaneous going with the flow chemistry sex, because that's how you get a chemistry STD. That's how that chemistry, you know, chemistry, certain things in chemistry could blow up in your face. You ever been in the chemistry lab and an explosion happened? Yeah, that's from mixing the wrong stuff. So you got to realize that can happen. That's a thing. So don't just think that just because y'all got chemistry that y'all meant to be, that y'all go together, and now you getting wood put on you with no protection. Because guess what you're going to be? A single mom. Because see, a man is dumb. And so the man think he can sleep with you unprotected because he want that good feeling. And he's thinking that you're going to terminate if you get pregnant. So that's why he's doing it, because he's thinking to himself, it's no possible way she gonna bring this baby into the world if I tell her I don't want the baby and I'm not gonna be there for her financially and I'm not gonna do for her financially. It's no possible way she finna bring this baby into the world. So that's what he tells himself. And then what I hear a lot of women say is that after they got pregnant, they just couldn't do that. They couldn't go to that clinic and they couldn't do that. They didn't want to go through that process. They didn't want that on their conscience. They didn't want that, to deal with God. They didn't want the repercussions or whatever may come from that. And so they decided to keep the baby. And then now here the man is, he like, whoa, I just thought this was going to be just some sex. And now you want to keep the baby. Then the other thing you got to realize is some men don't believe in marriage and don't ever really want to be married, but they want to see their seed. Every man wants to see what his seed will look like. Every man. And I'm calling it seed, but and I know that's a little whatever for women, but that's how as men, we're not as close to children as a woman is. Some men are, but it's because of their relationship with their parents and what they went through. But on average, men are not as close to a woman to a child as a woman is. So you got to realize and understand that it's different. Yeah, I know my camera off, y'all. Know my camera off. And so you got to realize and understand that it's not the same for men and women. And so you can't expect to be like, oh, well, I'm going to have this baby and I'm going to carry this baby for 9 months and I'm going to push this baby out. And he just automatically going to want to be there. Like he going to want to be there every day. He going to want to show up to the games, to the recitals, to the this and that. No, because you got to understand inside of a man is also the ability to hunt, the ability to kill, the ability to fight, to go to war and to protect. So God also put something in a man which allows us to detach. and allows us to not feel as deeply as a woman. See, a woman has to feel much deeper because that baby, you got to carry that baby. If you had a detaching personality, and that's what people be talking about, attachment styles and avoiding and all of that. People have given it those terms, but that's how we made from God because of the different roles that men and women have. A man got to go out and hunt. And so going out to hunt or going out to gather, whether his family is herbivore or carnivore, he can go try to kill an animal and get killed and lose his life. He can go touch the wrong plant and think he gonna get him a little taste before going home and die. So a man is built different than a woman and a child. And you have to understand that a man can easily pump and dump. He will pump in you and dump you and be done with you. And he will not take care of that child and not lose no sleep. He do not feel like you feel. You got to remember, his breasts don't swell and get hard and ache round the nipple. His breasts, his chest, which is, he ain't got breasts, he got pecs. His pectorials do not produce milk. He cannot carry a baby. He does not go through postpartum. He does not have a menstrual cycle. A man is not built like you. So as a woman, you can't be out here having unprotected sex because you have to live with the consequences. That man will ride off into the sunset. That man will impregnate you, leave you, go to another state, and you'll never see him again. You will not get a dime of child support. You could try to put him on child support. That man will work under the table and get millions under the table, and you won't see a dime of it. He making so much money, he don't need a license because he got a driver. He in an Uber every day. Uber Blake too. And you sitting there waiting on back pay on child support and don't get a dime because you had unprotected sex with a dummy. And so that's what you have to realize. A lot of men do not care. A man ain't built like you. There is a difference. You have to protect yourself. You can't expect a man to protect you that's not your husband. If a man has not said to you that he will love you until death do you part and sign that dotted line in front of that state and under God, you have no assurance from that man. And this man who will sign the dotted line and still lie. So how much more likely is it for a man to default on his responsibility when he never even committed to a covenant with you? You have to require covenant before giving a man a baby. The only time you ought to have a baby is because you wanted to have a baby and you went into it telling yourself that you are 100% okay being a single mom and with your child growing up and having questions about who their father is, and you answering those questions and explaining to them that you weren't able to have a actual intimate relationship, so you just went and got a sperm donor so that you could bring them into the world because you wanted that connection and that relationship, and you didn't want your eggs to go to waste, and you wanted to bring life into the world, but you weren't able to have a relationship with a man directly and consistently or what have you. And your child will get to the age that he or she will understand that. And they will appreciate you because they have life, and they will realize that it's not the end all be all having a father. And they will look and they will see where people had a father in their life and their life still was terrible. They had a father in their life and their father messed up their life, destroyed their life, or whatever it may be. And so you got to realize and understand that. And when you take and you look at that, then you able to see where, okay, this is real. This something to where, and I'm gonna tell you, for those of y'all who have children, continue to mentor, like volunteer at the church for the teen ministry, start a nonprofit, like go to moms in your neighborhood, offer mentorship, mommy and me, whatever it is, makeover days, pizza parties. Let them know this ain't got nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, none of that right there. Like, this is legit. You're not Michael Jordan squeezing booty cheek on the kid. You locked in, you focus, and you trying to help, because mentor these young ladies, because there's so many broken women, broken and crying, hurting, and their children are hurting because they see their mama hurting. And mama can't be 100% because mama is only 50%, because mama feel like in order to be 100%, she need a man. And if she can't have no man, she feel less than. And so she beating herself up, and it's showing in her personality, it's showing in her attitude, it's showing in the way she cook food, the way she dressed, what job she choose to do, the way she talk to her kids, the way she deal with them. Everything's showing up. And the kids is like, man, mama is like a zombie. Mama like a shell of herself. Mama so rude. Mama so mean. Mama so nasty. She always snapping. She always doing it, always doing that. And it's because the woman is so focused on a man, and so focused on that right there, and making that work and having that. And so you got to realize that some men are selfish and they just want to see their seed. And they know you're going to be up a creek. They know that they could finesse you out your drawers, have you to have a baby because you want a baby, and because you think that you having they baby gonna make them step up and make them marry you and make them love you and make them be there for the child. And because you was broke and you was facing eviction and you was struggling financially and you was out of work, or you was going back and forth, or you was tired of living with your mama, you feel like, oh, I'm gonna get pregnant because this gonna get me some monthly money or some income. This man is gonna take care of me, or what have you. And you thought that was going to be a thing. You thought that it was going to change your life. And so you figured that, oh, if I take and do this, I'm going to be good. I'm going to have this here baby. He going to be here. He going to take care of the baby. And I seen the clip of where the young lady, Shanice, now, because her mama is Evelyn Lozada, she probably couldn't have had any man she wanted, but she definitely could have got a husband. And she definitely could have got a better man than the game. And I seen the clip where she talking about, like, the hardest part or the saddest part about being a single mom is going to the doctor's appointments by yourself or something, or going to the parties and being at the parties there as a single mom, and being around like the dads and stuff. I mean, the other couples. And it's sad because it's like, here's this pretty young lady who's pretty, fit, could make money doing whatever, influencing, travel, lifestyle, blogging, and could have got her a husband. And you could have got her a lane that would have walked her right down that aisle, married her, but wanting to have somebody who is got some swag, somebody who got some game, somebody who she think is sexy, and got gamed by the game. And it's because of just going after what making her ovaries jump instead of what made her mind stretch. And he probably made her mind stretch too because he got talk game, but it's like now she's a single mom. because he don't want to be married. He don't want to be locked down. He don't want to settle down. He don't want to be with one woman. He want to be able to slay meat. And so that's the thing. Like, if you got good genes as a woman, like, don't mess around and be 5'6" or taller. If you 5'6" or taller, it's gonna be men that want to impregnate you. If you under 5'6" and you just happen to have very symmetrical features, like next to perfect features, to where nose is right, lips is right, eyes is right, forehead right, whatever, just like that standard type of promoted look that you see in the magazines, in the movies, on the TV shows, it's gonna be men that want to impregnate you. Men is thinking about what their child gonna look like. And so they want to get a woman that they feel that child is gonna have the best chance of being athletic, tall, handsome, beautiful, whatever it is, smart. And that's what they're going for. And they will impress. When I saw my wife and I knew that was my wife, I knew I wanted her to be the mother of my children. Like, I knew it. And we was out there, you know, living in sin. And while I'm off in there, I'm in her ear. I want you to have my baby. I'm whispering in her ear, I want you to have my baby. Yeah, I want you to have my baby. You hear me? And I'm out there, you know, doing what ain't never been done before. And that right there is what a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of people take from a woman. But here's the thing. They say 70% of women can't have a release from intercourse. So if you are a man and you're able to give a woman a release from intercourse, that woman enters a zone that she's never been in. She have a feeling that she's never had. When her brain is under the power of that kind of release, the type of release that a womanizer or a former womanizer can give a woman, she's not thinking straight. And when she mess around and get pregnant, until she can't keep doing it, she's still getting them releases, and them releases could even get better and get more intensified while she pregnant. So in that first month while she pregnant, and that second month and that third month, she's still under that hypnosis, what y'all call hypnotized, with the D in the front of it. What y'all call it? Hypnotized. And so she hypnotized. She you know, she feeling something. And I really honestly believe that there is a special type of attachment that happens between people who have their first release together. If a man, I seen a billionaire marry a scallywag because she was his first, and gave him that explosion before any other woman, and he was hooked. Now, once he got it other places and he got used to it, now he was able to compare. He came to his senses and he left her. He divorced her. But, and I've seen this in real life now, but the same for a lot of women. A man take and do something to a woman that she's never experienced. That woman head might be so gone. She like, whoa, what's going on? What the world? Are you kidding me? And it's one of those things. So you got to take and realize, like, this thing get real out here. It get real out here. And you have to realize and understand that you will get slept with and you will get left. And I'm telling you, me being a life coach, it's a lot of tears from women who the man is nowhere to be found. The man is non-existent. The man don't do nothing. It's so many women to where they have a child father, a man who don't give a dime, don't show up, don't be there. And it makes you wonder, like, how did you ever sleep with this person? Like, how did you not see that this was this person? Like, how were you ever in a relationship with this person? How did you have sex with this person? How did you get pregnant by this person? Like, why did you keep the baby? And it's like, it make you ask those questions, like, and some people are just so against that termination process that they'll just they keep that baby. Now, and there's some people, now it's some women now, they'd have been down to terminate like the Terminator. They done been down there so many times and they don't care. I don't know what, I don't know how, I don't know what God gonna do. But one thing I tell you now, it's some women that they didn't have them, a lot of them now. But I tell you what, even those women, they go through. They go through. They end up going through, needing a therapist like a mug, needing to be in that therapy chair. They go through. You got to understand that too. It's a real deal. It's a real thing out here. It's like it'll hit you now. It'll jump on you. And you'll go through. You'll have to deal. It'll be real now. And so you got to realize and understand that it gets real. And you got to be able to see and know and come to a place to where, hey, you have to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself because you out here and you sleeping around. I'm gonna tell you, if you sleeping with a man that's not your husband, you're gonna be a baby mama. And if you get pregnant before you're married to that man, it's less than a 10% chance that he gonna marry you. Less than a 10% chance. That's like paying for a horse and training a horse and paying a jockey to get on that horse and then to race that horse and to win the race with that horse and take the winning ticket and walk into the stands and hand it to a man and say, here go your winnings. And he ain't never put no money down. He ain't bet on the horse. So guess what? He's just coming to, he gonna keep coming to the track to get another winning ticket. That's what y'all doing. You giving a winning ticket to a man who ain't put no work in. He ain't did nothing. A man has done nothing for you until he walk you down that aisle or he stand you under that arch. Because even at the courthouse, they got an arch. And you under that arch and y'all say them vows. It's the standard vows. I don't know if they let you write them or not in the courthouse. Me and my wife got married in the courthouse. We ain't write no vows. They said them vows. We said the vows. Our only witness was her mama. Her mama there. We got married. And listen, next month, March 30th, we celebrate 19 years of marriage. Sent us a $19 cash out. And got married in the courthouse. How, why, what, I don't know. How we done made it, I don't know. How we get along, I don't know. I don't know what. All I know is God is real. But like, I don't know how me and my wife get along so good. Like, I don't know if she fake. I don't know if I'm fake. I don't know how we get along so good. Like, we spent, like, unless I'm having mental health issues from stress or whatever, man, listen, we don't have no problems. Only time we'll have a problem is when I want to have a deep conversation. And my wife, she don't be like a deep conversation. She don't like all that. She's like, man, chill out, man. Calm down, man. Don't be asking nothing stupid. And that's how she be. And so I got to stay on my P's and Q's. When I'm on my P's and Q's, man, listen, we be good. Man. I'm going to tell you that right now. We be good. And it just be one of them things like, I don't know. It's just like perfect, amazing. And I'm telling you, and this is the thing though, but I knew she was my wife. And that's why I do the work that I do, because I am an exception to the rule. I'm not the standard. I'm an exception to the rule. So that's why I do the work that I do, to give back to the Lord from what he has given me, to say, Lord, I thank you. I'm going to share this message because people try to look at somebody else's life and base their life off of that. Oh, well, Tony, you and your wife, you say you and your wife got pregnant before y'all were married. So why are you telling us not to get pregnant before marriage? Because you're not me. You can't do what I do for the kingdom and for the Lord. You don't have my calling. So God graced me because of what I'm called to. You're not called to this. You're finna be a single mom. You're not a man. You're a woman. So you can't compare apples to oranges. You're fixing to be a single mom if you hear this message and you keep opening your legs to a man that is not your husband, because this is your fair warning. And if a man leave you for you closing your legs for him not marrying you, and listen, I don't care what name y'all put on it, but we need a movement of women not sleeping with men who not your husband. Y'all want to call it the feminine movement? I don't like it. I don't like the term. I don't know what it is, really. But I'll be okay with it. If that'll how y'all keep y'all legs closed and stop sleeping with a man who not your husband. And if you sleeping with a man that's not your husband, don't have the man baby. Make the man scrap up. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not promoting the silent treatment. But if a man gets you pregnant and it ain't your husband, you need to give him a silent treatment. I mean, that energy need to be so stiff and cold. He know he got to walk you down that aisle. He know it. He got to walk you down that aisle. You hear me? And it was just the way my wife looked at me after she got pregnant. I knew I had to marry her. I knew it. It was just like, this thing ain't gonna never be the same. And I had to realize, like, okay, is this my wife? Okay, is this my wife? And I feel like she's wife material. What am I waiting on? And that's what helped me go ahead and man up. And I had to man on up. Let me tell you that now. I had to man on up now. I had to get it how I live. So listen to me. Don't be out here getting finessed. Don't be out here getting finessed. But hey, this Tony Gas, I'm back to back tonight. And my coaching calls gonna take me all the way up to my phone curfew. So I got to cut this short to answer some messages here. But hey, God bless you. And keep your head up. Click the link in the description. On you piece of the channel revenue. You'll see the link up under here. If that's not for you, you don't want to do it, you're not an investor, don't want to invest, God bless, keep your head up, don't get mad, scratch your booty, get glad. And you're going to see the rest of the links. Join me at a live event. We got Miami, Dallas, and San Diego. If you're in California, that might be my only stop out there, and it's 4 shows, so please grab a ticket. If you want to come to 2 shows in one night, grab 2 tickets. And because I need to fill up those seats now, because I don't want them white people in there laughing at me. Oh, he wanted to do an event at the comedy club. Yeah, look how crickets it is in here. Oh, motivational speaker, huh? You want to come out here to the comedy club? And no, it's not a comedy show. It is just me doing a event in the comedy place, in that venue that they do comedy shows in. And so, yeah, we're gonna be, what y'all call it, shooting the breeze and cutting the bobo, what y'all call it, and all of that. What y'all call it in the DMV joning. We're gonna be out there, just having us a little state of the union conversation, and just recapping and talking and building and getting ready, preparing. So grab your ticket. California, make the trip, make it your little staycation, little vacation. If you're in LA, if you're in Sacramento, whatever city you in, come on to San Diego, get your Airbnb, bring you some friends, get y'all Airbnb. The show is only an hour and a half now, so it ain't no lot of time. So you might want to buy a ticket for both of the shows now if you want to get you. And I'm gonna be talking about the same thing now, so you're gonna be back in there and be like, oh, I heard all this. Get your meet and greet ticket too. And if you near California, San Diego, you want to come on in, that's closer to you than Dallas or Miami, then go on to San Diego. You know, just want to meet y'all in person, keep building. And then I'm gonna eventually put my little tour together here eventually with Coach Jessica, her event production company. I believe J Rich Productions, I believe, or J Rich Events. So we'll find some other cities where I could do some other seminars, 3B seminars in Dallas. San Diego is not a 3Bs because it's not that long. So it's really like a love and laughter, night of love and laughter. Tony Gaskin, singles, couples, come on out. But hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. All the important links in the description. We'll talk soon.